Hello, YouTube. This is Surgeon Arif Abdallah, and this is Surgeon Corey Wallace. We both work at CIFC, Canadian Forces
School of Communications and
Electronics. Excellent. Corrected me. I like that. So, as you know, I have a YouTube channel called Rocky Rookie House, and I built my own house with ICF. And Corey met me here at work, and he got inspired building his own house. With two-part series to this video. The second video will be talking about our experiences in the forces, how we met and all that stuff. We're gonna talk about that. But today, we're going over our plan in building his house. He has a beautiful plan, and we're gonna talk about that. Now, originally, Corey only knew about stick build, and he already built a house before, right? Like with contractors, by hiring contractors.
Right.
And he didn't know about ICF. When I mentioned them to him, he was a little bit hesitant. Do you know, would you tell me why you decided to change?
Yeah, actually, when I met you,
Yeah.
I was in the process of talking to a bunch of developers, and they were giving me such astronomical quotes. So I started thinking about doing my own general contracting. And then I met Arif, and you had told me about you building your own home, and I was like, wait, not too many people say that. And I was like, I wanted to get in that headset of building my own house too. So once I started talking to you, and you're trying to build my own house, it was like, it was easy for me to start adopting your mindset and thinking to just build it myself.
Okay.
And I actually liked your attitude about if you do it yourself, then you can trust yourself and not trusting others.
Exactly.
It's
much control, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the differences, the key differences when you're building with ICF. I have in front of me our plan here. I'm gonna switch the camera and I'm gonna briefly talk about that. Okay, so all right, so we're back again, Corey and I. We're just gonna go over his plan. So Corey, he went in online. I was talking to him where to find online like good designs, and he discussed it with his wife, went online, quickly purchased this plan. And this is an amazing plan, beautiful house. Okay, so it's over close to 4,000 square foot. This area here has 18-foot cathedral ceiling, and there's his bedrooms are on this side. And these are only one floor or one level floors. So altogether about 6 bedrooms, like 6 living spaces. Yes. For 3 bedrooms upstairs with washroom. The master bedroom is downstairs. It's such a beautiful plan, okay? So with that, that's a stick build. It's an American website most likely. We need to figure out how to make it in Canada. I mean, in the States they use 2x4, not 2x6. For a stick build anyways. So that's the plan for that. Now, we had to get a printout, get my structure, my engineer, our engineer, structural engineer here, Eric Trout in Kingston. So we went and discussed it with him, and he stamped it basically, because it needs stamping. Without it, you cannot build. So I'm looking at the footing layout of the building, and you can see in the footing here there are interior walls, right? A bunch of interior walls, very hard to tell, very difficult. These interior walls are required when you build a stick build, because they hold load bearings walls. So these load bearings, they have to sit on a footing and foundation wall. With ICF, you don't need this, because you can easily transfer that with a beam. With ICF, you don't need any interior footings whatsoever, right, to hold a load. Because the beams, any steel beam or wood beam, they go right on top of the concrete, and they can take care of your. So easily you save a ton of money by removing a footing, a foundation wall, and then also a bunch of beams that you require, a wood beam. Right, you can easily transfer it with a steel I-beam. So from here we went talked to a local truss company, Terranova in Kingston. They're the only one. They were actually helping us out a lot with our structural design, mostly talking about what I-beams that we require for the house. This is a page from Eric Trout that he approved. Now he's pointing out some load-bearing beams here. You can see a few of them. This is the wood stick design. So what I did was I went out and kind of laid out the perimeter of the house for him. I'm going to talk about in a minute what this is. But basically, this is the perimeter of the house. He's got a garage over here. He's got this is an in-law suite. And he's got this area here is where the second floor sits on. So this whole area, second floor, this is all on first floor. He chose a beautiful design, again, like for walkout, for a bunch of things that this design is amazing. Now, there's roofs over here, right on the first floor. There's a beam required from here all the way to here. See, the beauty with ICF, you can go beam from wall to wall. I have a beam that spans 55 feet in my house. This is under 40, so easily one beam can take care of it. This is holding the roof, so it's not too much of a load. It's not a second floor. So with Terranova, they told us they will take care of a beam from this wall to that wall, easily incorporating into their floor plan, floor joist plan. That's what we have here. So these two beams are taken care of by Terranova. There's some beams that we need. So over here, we're just gonna make a footing, it's a small 4x4 feet footing for some of our posts, and easily just one beam over here, and avoiding all kinds of interior walls and stuff like that. And so you can see how ICF makes structure so easy. An average guy like me and Corey to come up with our own plan, it just makes it so easy. And I could talk about this on and on and on, but I'd like to move on. So we have a floor plan with Terranova and a roof plan with Terranova. We got majority of the stuff taken care of. Our next step is to go talk to our structural engineer, approve the beam size, and then right there we can start. This summer we can start constructing our ICF. There's going to be a lot of more videos on that. Now, what I learned from my house, right? Like I've learned through mistakes and many things. I learned how to improve things. Now, with Corey, he's lucky because all the mistakes I made, right, is mostly mine. Now he's sitting right here beside me. So one of the things is that when I was building my house, HVAC is a big thing. A big house like this, you can't run it with furnace, can you? With furnace, it's gonna be crazy, right?
Right.
You need a good system, a low heat temperature system that will slowly heat the house to concrete and use so many different methods. And I've done lots of research on this. Now, I came across this software, LoopCAD, right? They have a free version. I used it. Now, the beauty about this software, it designs a whole how you lay out your PEX tube underneath the concrete. I didn't have that for me. I literally did this by hand, and the building inspector, he kind of forgave me for that. But this one, the software did it like in seconds. That's one. Two, the software provides every heat load calculation. Roughly for this house is about 48,000. It's crazy. 48,000 BTUs in heat loss. Can you imagine? 48,000 BTU. Most houses, stick houses like that one, probably be like 200,000 BTUs.
Yeah.
You need a lot of machine to keep up with that. But with ICF, right, like it's the wall is 12 and a half inch thick with 6-inch concrete core in between, 3 inch and quarter inch thick foam. Well, we're going with Amvix, that's ICF Plus, and that provides performance of R50, and that's really well insulated house, right? So you don't need much BTUs. It's very low heat and stuff like that. So the software tells you exactly where your heat losses are. It tells you how many zones you need and how you zone it. Depending on how you zone it, it tells you which area is going to be underheated and overheated. So I came up with this design for him. It's got so much report, manual J report, all kind of stuff, like detailed reporting that this thing provides. It's an amazing thing, right? And I'm really impressed by it. So this is the design we came up. And then from here, what we're gonna do is also, we're going to use a combination of things. A boiler, this is it's not a primary heater, so this probably comes on only, for my house at least, I know it only comes on in January, February, and even majority of the time, even January, February, it's always, majority of the time it's off. 99% of the time, the heat pump is the one that provides heat in winter and cooling in the summer. So we got this through different kind of valves and then control, electronics control, which is actually we're gonna talk about our career in the military. So I am an aerostech. I've got a technologist diploma in college, so electronics is my background. Corey's background, he's a signal operator and he's actually a course director at CIFC for Surgeon's course director. I used to be instructor, but now I work in the operations center. But this is our plan for heating. So we had buffer zone and some of the stuff that maybe not needed. For example, the solar collector may not be needed, but it could just be run with a heat pump and a boiler. Throughout this, we're gonna talk about why we chose. I have electric boiler at home, which I learned that's not a good idea. I'm advising Corey to go with propane. I'll make a video on that, why propane over electrics, and I have good plan for that. Okay, so this is our plan, and we're gonna be embarking on great things to come. So Corey, do you have?
Yeah. Can I just add a few things?
Okay.
Because initially, I had no clue of how to do any of this stuff.
Okay.
This is all Arif. I chose the design.
Yeah.
He told me about this system. I did not know anything about this system because I'm on the old Canadian way of doing forced air, and that's the only way I've ever known it. And Arif put this all together. This is all his expertise, his knowledge of what his mistakes and how he saved money are helping me exponentially through a high inflation rate right now. So he designs this. I know nothing about it, so I put all my trust and confidence in him that he's done this, and I saw it come to fruition in his house. So I believed him, and I put all my trust in it. When it comes to this heated flooring, it's silent, it's cheaper. Your toes will be warm when you wake up. You don't have to worry about it. I didn't even know this stuff existed. It was Arif that said, I can do this by myself. And he literally had done this, and he made it 10 times better than on his own place. Again, giving me even more confidence that he knows exactly what he's doing. Furthermore, when it comes to, he talked about the designer and stuff, Arif went into the trust company, and he has such a great understanding of architectural design now from doing his job that he told them what to do on these things. He pointed out these points. He pointed out that the ICF would mitigate some of these issues. And while I sat back in the third party observing, what Arif was actually doing was cutting out the sales bits. They don't want us to put in beams. They want us to put in wood trusses. He knows that's going to save me time and money if I do it the way he's suggesting, and that's what we're doing. So all of this is on the plethora of experience that he gained in his last home, and fortunately, and by the grace of many blessings that I met him, and I
Thank you so much.
A great debt of gratitude for this. And when we're done, you're going to see that anybody, like he said even the average man could do this. But I'm telling you right now, I'm the average person. Arif is not. And now, I don't consider myself average.
Oh, nice.
So,
thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna have our second video on our experience in the forces and how you came to this point. I mean, I'm originally from Ethiopia, born and raised in a small town called Drredawa in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
I've lived in Canada for many years by now. I'm very Canaanized. And you are from?
The Chippewa Nation, indigenous to Ontario, and the Ojibwe tribe.
Nice.
I've been 43. I was born in 1981.
Yeah.
So we're really at the same precipice in our lives as well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I mean, this also is going to be a little bit of recruiting for the
Right.
forces. You know, originally I am a little bit hesitant in making videos in uniform.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I don't know, I have many reasons, but I kind of, but you convinced me. Like there are people
Yeah.
who make videos on themselves about being in the forces.
Yeah.
Cool videos, right?
Right.
Obviously, we're not going to be talking about anything about Kenyan forces policy, anything like that. We're only going to be talking about ourselves, right? Experiences that we are allowed to do that. So, all right, stay tuned. There's going to be another video coming up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
Me too.
Thank you. Yeah.